Only a youngster in the game. Now Lang. How hard does he like to play it? Reminds me in many ways of Nathan Long. McKenna. Now Richardson! Richardson! He'll make it! Cronulla has scored their third try.
Well, it's just a magnificent pass from Chris McKenna. He burst through a couple of tackles, was able to keep his arms free, and the Canberra players dropped off a little bit in defence. They thought that the tackle had been completed on this man now. He gets between two. It was Daly and Nandruku. Russell Richardson, he pushes straight through Ricky Stewart. That's an awful attempt, and had enough speed to beat Nagus. But have a look, this will look great from front on. Stewart calling for numbers to come across. McKenna, they both go low, that keeps the arms free. Richardson through Fulavai, through Stewart. And what a prospect this kid is.
I think what happened there, that the referee actually signalled to they
by Wolford and Wiki. Ferris away to Dykes. Here's McKenna into a hole. He thought so. Got it back to Ronald Prince, who was trying to find the grass, and I think he might have got there.
Well, he was pretty happy. Ferris here throws the ball to Dykes. Dykes runs a little bit, hits McKenna with his favourite outball play on the left-hand side of the field. He's too strong, turns the ball back inside to Ronald Prince to go over and score a great try.
It wasn't the first time Cronulla attacked the Raiders' right hand, the Cronulla's left-hand side, and I think they're probably seeing that they can run the big guys like McKenna at the likes of McFadden.
10 metres into Raiders territory. 9 of 13 sets completed by both teams to this point. Stevens will play it back to Donato. Ferris way to McKenna, scouting wide on this right hand side. Best got away from Croker before he was picked up by Finch. Dykes, first receiver, got it back to Andrew Pearce, dumped it back for Donato. Dykes wrapping around back to the short side. Best stutter step, and then he put the pace on, picked up by Croker. They'll go left again. We'll see if they kick or spread it to the likes of Prince. Here's Ferris kicking for perhaps Prince or Richardson. Richardson waited. Well, the Raiders went up before acceptances, didn't get a touch, and Richardson took it on the chest and scores a very easy try, as it turns out.
Yes, well, it was a great try by Russell Richardson. Jason Ferris had all the time he's put the ball up in the air over to Ronald Prince. But Prince wasn't the man. It was Russell Richardson. The less he went up for it, came down with air, and Richardson does a great job.
10 minutes. Cronulla's worn that. They've got out of trouble. Now they're starting to turn the tables. I just wonder whether the Canberra side are a little bit, well, what do I say? Well, here we go. He's Best.
They might be looking for aspirins in a moment. Here's Colin Best, only has to pick it up. What a play. We'll take a look at it, I'm sure, on the replay. Well, Peter Filmer has made up his mind, and he's ruled a try. The Sharks hit the lead. It had to come eventually. And it was an inspired kick from Adam Dykes. Beautifully weighted. And the Sharks are in front, 12 points to 8.
Well, what a luxury it is to have speed out on your wings, to be able to get the ball from a midfield scrum and kick it straight away. Unfortunately, he's a wonderful player, but unfortunately what comes with size is he was slow to turn and chase that ball, and Colin Best beat him for pace and got...
through Treaster, just 3 metres out again. Quick pass from Lang. Ferris away to Dykes. Tries to get it over the top. He finds Mellor. Get it back to Colin Best. Swung to the ground. No, he wasn't. They will score, the Sharks. That might be enough against the Raiders this afternoon. That lead has doubled. It's 16 points to 8. 12 minutes left, and they're coming home over the top of the Greens.
There was a great try here by Colin Best. Thought it might have broken down here. The pass wasn't a good one to Mellor. Mellor's got nowhere to go. He turns it back into Colin Best. Colin Best shows a lot of strength to brush through Jason Croker's tackle, and he scores a great try under the post.
Well, while I was watching the Cronulla side throw the football around, I was thinking that there's going to have to be a missed tackle here for the Cronulla side to get through, because the Raiders' defensive line was working really well, and unfortunately, and I'd say that because I think that Jason Craig has been one of Canberra's best out here today, just lost his grip there, and of course it was...
Pierce, 40-metre line, his own end of the park. Green working with Healy. Healy then away. Peachy into the back line. This is Donaghy. And Crawl is pulled down 38 metres out from the Roosters line on the last. Green puts in a definite kick. I think Ettinghausen might be offside. He touches down. The referee checks with everybody. He'll point to the spot. It's a try.
Show it up. It's a deliberate kick from Paul Green for Andrew Ettinghausen. Let's just have a look. Freeze it there. There's Ettinghausen. He's the try scorer.
Well, you couldn't say he was in front of him.
And you can see the touch judge is in perfect position, and the left arm went straight out to say that everything is okay. Beautifully executed. The kick was perfect. The chase was right on time. And it's just before half-time again, that danger period.
No doubt there's been some form of communication there between ET and Paul Green, because Green knew where ET was, and away they went. No one at home for the Roosters. Cleary struggling there to get back on side, and just beautiful stuff by the Cronulla Sharks.
Excellent vision from Paul Green there to realise that Ivan Cleary was not...
Back for Priester. Paul Green. And a run around with Dykes and cutting out Ettinghausen. Picking up Peachy. Peachy away for Barnett. Barnett able to get a pass back in for Donaghy. Donaghy put down 7 metres out from the line. 1 minute and 40 seconds to half-time. This is the last. Nick Howe. Ettinghausen. Away for Greenhill. Back for Ettinghausen. Another try. Oh, the superstar. He has really put his mark on this game.
Just have a look at the hands of Andrew Ettinghausen here. The pass back inside is a very, very difficult one for him to take, but he does it with consummate ease. A good backline movement, plenty of depth. Nick Howe does well, gets a good ball away. Beautiful hands from Ettinghausen, catches and passes almost into one motion, and that one down low, amazing take, beautiful to watch. And again, right on the stroke of half-time, psychologically a great plus for the Cronulla Sharks.
And a great skill shown there by Craig Greenhill, the Queensland State of Origin second rower. And what was I talking about, the speed? You can't beat it.
To an 8-point lead at half-time. What an amazing last 6 minutes to the first half. This was Ettinghausen scoring his second try. Beautiful stuff. 14-10, 8.5 to go. Green.
The game's all about field position in this last 8 minutes. As Ettinghausen, the juggling act again before straightening up the middle of the ruck. A couple of tackles left. Need to play the football game at this end of the field, so the kick into the in-goal area up high once again. Paul Green tries to weave some magic on the fringe of the ruck.
There's the 10-metre line just in front of him. Healy is the player. Here he is. And there it goes, the big kick. It's very, very high. Down they come. It's a try. He's over. Barnett. He's got it across. The Sharks have won it.
Oh, what a take from Richard Barnett. The kick was a beauty. So too the previous one, which Cleary took, but this time the chasers were everywhere, all onside. A great kick. And have a look at the take from Richard Barnett to control the football and then swivel to turn it round and put it over the line. Beautiful stuff.
I reckon Cronulla score more tries from kicks than any other team in the comp, and here's another perfect example. This man has got it on a string. A great kicker of the football, Mitch Healy. The players coming through, there's plenty of them in the blue and white. Not too many Roosters there. Cleary's there, but he can't even get his hand near the football. Barnett, beautiful stuff by the Sharks.
He's a great kicker of the football, Healy, but they've got some great men in the air as well.
Sorry, Steve-O is the nephew, of course, of the Australian Prime Minister. I don't think he would be too impressed, A, with the tackle and then with the reaction from Jason Stevens.
Well, not even the Prime Minister will get him if he does it again.
This is Peachy! Peachy looking for support. There it is. Tremendous try from Richardson. I beg your pardon. It is Richardson, yes. Russell Richardson with the try. His 9th in this championship.
Then put that down to poor play, ill discipline, 2 penalties, got them in this position. They are just outstanding. See how they use their dummy runner. Pat Nauna went out wide. Peachy, the fullback, came back on the inside, and Richardson, the centre, gleefully accepts it. Beautiful 3-quarter play. You can see there Healy brought the ball back on the inside. Dykes, then Peachy. Such talent as a fullback. See how he offloaded so well. Good support by Richardson. But they will be ruining the fact, the Broncos, that they allowed Cronulla to get into this position. He's all skill as a fullback, Peachy. So is this kid Richardson. Fine try.
Well, he was in marvellous form, was Russ out. Used Lee as a foil to go on the blind side, came this way instead and found Dykes.
Good defence though. Borden and Beasley.
There's Long. Tremendous tackle it was by Robbie Beasley on Long. Now Healy. This is the last tackle. They're running it again. Chances here once more, and he's got the ball down. Has Sean Ryan. That will be another try for the Sharks. They just didn't have the strength to hold the big fellow up. And Ryan, who played for New South Wales in the Tri-Series, gets a try here at the Stoop.
Typical example of a forward running full chat onto the football. Beautiful long ball out wide. Look how he pops it up. Superb effort. Just a chance there to pop it down. They were trying to spin him over onto his back. Outstanding effort. Quick pass from the floor from the hooker, Dean Trista. There you see Healy. They run the power play. Beautiful pass from Dyke. The big forward Ryan. Determined run. Little doubt he got good pressure down. Good positioning by the official Stuart Cummings. No need to go to the video replay on this. Superb passing though. Notice how Richardson was coming back on the inside as a dummy runner just to confuse the defence even more. Well, he's just slowed down slightly. But the hooker, Trista, should have been penalised.
This is Rogers meanwhile. A fire getting to him with Mestrov. A fire is hurt again. Mitch Healy now. And he's looking wide, he finds Dykes. And Dykes looks for the runners. And this is Richardson, and this fellow is power and pace, and 4 points for Richardson. Well, he came of age during the first phase of this World Club Championship.
Whether he's grounded that ball, Jeff, please.
The referee is not happy that the grounding maybe was slightly dodgy, but I was going to say that Richardson really did come of age during the opening phase of this championship.
Downward pressure with the upper part of the body and the arm still clutching at the football. It's often a method used in Australia all the time. He would be used to this, Richardson. They're taught at a very young age to dive with the body, and that's always given as a try in Australia. Trouble is, they ain't down under. Quality is quite outstanding. See how they run the angle and then straight through. As soon as Martin and Roskell made poor attempts, this guy is just, as I mentioned before, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but this is sheer skill. The combination of the two halfbacks, look how he runs on the angle, on the curve. Not the best attempt by Roskell, nothing that Martin could do. That is a fine try from a very fine rugby league player.
And it measured, wasn't it?
He's had a fine game. He's obviously been instructed by the coach, John Lang, just to make sure that the combination with him and Dykes keeps the ball spinning out wide. And why not when you've got so much
that's
talent?
a big push at the scrum, and it's one against the head for Cronulla. And this is Adam Dykes, and a big opportunity here for the Sharks. And a real test now of this London defence early on. Peachy gets the ball away, and that's McKenna, and he's trying to scramble his way to the line. They're just half a metre short. Long ball touched in flight.
That'll be back to 6.
It is, and there's men queuing up out wide here to score, and this is Ryan, and Ryan with the power to get over through Martin for his second, and Cronulla's first of this second half. But a big push at the scrum and it came out on the Cronulla side. Rare in rugby league, but one against the head and the first try.
So rare, in fact, that only the London Broncos realised it. And you can see it hit one of the second rowers' feet, but the push from Cronulla was superb. In Britain, they anticipate it's just like a play the ball. You could see that the big second row, Peter Gill, got the foot to it. They were queuing up the score out there. Ryan knew he had the strength. Martin not strong enough to keep him out. What a mistake by the London Broncos. A stray boot in the second row, kicked it back, combined with a push, allowed Ryan a good try out wide. Looks as though Nick Martin may have picked up an injury as well. Again, the long ball, combination of the two halfbacks, yet again, Dykes and Healy. Ryan gleefully gives the Cronulla Sharks the start they want.
Hamilton and Dunford.
On the line, get out, get out!
Rogers at dummy half. Misses out Lee and finds Healy. Healy to Dykes. Dykes out wide, it goes to Richardson again. Scrambling defence. Good defence too from Tony Martin. Dykes once more. Lee to drive it in. Spins, releases the pass. Dykes starts it all off again. Healy and Greenhill. Ryan. They're hanging off him and Ryan goes through Fatnauner on a fire for his hat-trick. Sean Ryan comes up with 3 in the quarter-final, and the defence was found wanting out wide. Fatnauner and a fire. They almost put out the welcome mat for Sean Ryan, and Sean Ryan wiped his feet on it.
Excellent play yet again, but ill discipline allowed Cronulla the possession to get themselves in this position. They kept the ball alive very well. They really have worked hard for each other. Healy and Dykes combining, ball out wide. Ryan just fended off Fatnauner with so much ease. Leaded well, kept it alive. You can see the Broncos defence at all at sea. Yet again, the combination. Greenhill this time got the ball out wide. Ryan, hat-trick time. This is the penalty that allowed Cronulla way deep into the Broncos quarter. And as soon as Lee offloaded this, you could see about 5 or 6 would-be defenders. They were caught short. They were always going to be caught 2-on-1. And Fatnauner was just not strong enough. Well fend here. See how he just moved the ball from the left hand to the right so that he could fend with the left. That's a superb effort.
Chris McKenna, formerly with London and Sheffield. He began, though, at Brisbane. Good defence, Martin. He's had a wow of a game, Tony. Oh, there's a Newsman elbow on Russell Bowden.
Well, what's happening to these touch judges? Half the crowd can see it.
Beasley's now flat out after that run from long.
I think it was a stray knee on Beasley.
Here's Davidson. Round the corner it goes to Dykes. Beautiful hands to Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen gets away from Gill. Ball inside to Rogers. Great try. Fantastic try. But go back 2 or 3 minutes. Nonetheless.
Well, I just can't believe this. He has a little bit of a hit with him. And the referee and the touch judge thought that that was okay. And to be fair, he did not move the arm up. It wasn't an intention, but he certainly was into his face. But from broken play, they are so good. Dykes sets E.T. away. The experienced E.T. Look how he just taunts them. Attracts the cover across. Rogers, like all good wingers should do, come back on the inside of the centre. Leaded well to keep it alive. Nice pass. Dykes set away. Lovely quick pass from Dykes. See how he just torments him in and out. E.T. He's had plenty of opportunities today. That is a fine try. One of the players coming back.
I think Bowden got a touch of the ball in the tackle and it came back to a man standing in front. Or was it Roskill anyway? No matter. The Sharks are in possession 10 metres from the line. And what's more, it's Greenhill again.
No hands.
Rogers in at dummy half. Healy to the big man Long. Tollett did well. With a bit of help from Kim Howard. But they're 5 metres short of the line now. Healy again. Back to McKenna. And McKenna looking for a try against his old club. Gets the pass away to Rogers once more. And Rogers, as he falls, gives it to E.T. And out wide it goes. And there's a try here for Peachy. But David Peachey, who had moved up to support the attack, comes up with the 4 points that I think clinches Cronulla Sharks' place in the semi-final. It'll be an all-Australasian lineup then in the last 4.
As we've seen from all the 4 games in the quarterfinals, the Australians have the ability to turn, twist in the tackle, keep the ball alive, never say die attitude. Tremendous effort this. Gone through about 8 or 9 pairs of hands, long ball out wide. Roskell was caught, but it's the ability to just keep this ball alive that is so outstanding from the Australian side. As soon as the defence gets sucked in, once you get 2 or 3 defenders into it, you're always going to be caught with the overlap. And Peachey, who's got a fine match too, finishes off with a 4-pointer.
The fancy will be seeing Mr. Peachey on the Australian tour.
Is that a lot of these young Cronulla three-quarters perhaps may not make that tour. They can only bring over so many, thankfully. With the like of Matt Rogers, Richard Barnett, Russell Richardson, Barnett's the Kiwi, but Rogers and Richardson, they may miss out, surprisingly.
Well, earlier we saw Robbie as Peachey sets off on another run, goes round Fatnauna and scores underneath the post. Another try for Cronulla. Peachey's second. A quick 1-2 from David Peachey, and the petrol is beginning to run out of the engine for the London Broncos. But thankfully, Robbie Beasley with a touch of ice maybe on the back of the neck, but he is A-OK by the looks of things, and that's great to see. We'll have an in-depth report on Beasley's condition shortly from Bill.
You can have all the skills you want, but that has pleased me no end to see that Hooker Beasley is okay, but this guy really has got the skills, hasn't he? David Peachey. So many great fullbacks out there, but as I keep mentioning, the Aussies can only bring so many. Will he make the tour? I think he will. I think he'll bring 2 with Lockyer.